Hello and welcome back to everybody on the rest mate and to another edition of AEW Dynamite Out of 10. And yeah, of course it's a big episode today because it is the episode of Dynamite where the Continental Classic kicks into gear and some very intriguing matches on this card, none more so than starting off with Okada versus Kyle Fletcher in the Gold League. The Rainmaker and the Protostar had another hard-hitting competitive battle. Once again, after both had delivered their best offense, it was Fletcher who took the pin, catching Okada with a roll pin for the 3. This was a great opening match, highlighted by both heels refusing to play to the crowd or fight fair despite their friendship. Okada gave Fletcher more than most in this contest, making him look to an equal to the Rainmaker throughout. The Rainmaker losing the match with one of his second C2 was certainly unexpected, but it's a good way to make the bracket look unpredictable. Mostly names are going to start their CT journeys with more points than the reigning unified champions. Fletcher immediately looked like a front runner as well. Okada will still make it out the round modern stage, and Fletcher may well be in contention as well. It's more than likely someone will pass the Protostar in the coming weeks. So yeah, it's going to be intriguing. 7 out of 10. As we then got the Women's World Title Tournament, the Sisters of Sin versus the Babes of Wrath. When Hart and Blue kept firm early on, Nightingale built up an energy in this contest all the way to a Babe Bomb on Julia to win. A fun match that continued to deliver good in this tournament. Both teams struggled a bit to stay on time in this one, but it was chock full of great sequences from everyone, making up for some clunkier movements. It was genuinely surprising that Babes of Wrath won. The story seemed to be building towards Timeless and Mina meeting the Sisters of Sin in the final. Instead, Willow and Harley went from dark horses, possibly favourites. This could also mean Timeless Love Bombs don't make it in the final against the imposing duo of Megan and Marina. Who knows? 6 out of 10. As we then moved on to Samoa Joe took the ring with the Ops to celebrate. He took a video package of his grand plan, focusing on Hook's manipulation before he brought out the Handsome Devil. Hangman and Swerve arrived with chains and sent the Ops into retreat, hanging multiple members of the Ops dojo. This was short but effective. Joe didn't need a long winded speak. Hook didn't need to explain his heel turn. It further sold all the Hops as heatable. Once again, Joe stands with the gold, but Swerve and Hangman, that team, yeah, mouth-watering. As we then moved on to the Blue League, John Moxley against Mascara Dorada. Moxley found himself overwhelmed and outmatched by a confident Dorada, who kept pushing the tempo in this match. However, Mox showed how much of an advantage he had in terms of experience, got his knees up against the shooting star press and locked in a chokehold that knocked out the luchador. Afterwards, Timeless arrived to confront Mina and declared that she and Mina would fight Marina and Megan Bean in a holiday hardcore death match next week. While Dorada had greater matches in AEW, this is about as confident as he's looked. Mox looked like an unstoppable force flying around the ring with pinpoint accuracy, easily waking out the botches in last week's match. Due to the recent struggle of the Death Riders, Dorado winning here would not have been a shock, but the way they equally structured this sold the upset. It's a shame it didn't end with a luchador picking up the win, because it should be a showcase for Dorado. He's a clear favourite of Tony Khan to bring him from CMLL. Mox win delays the eventual dismissal from the Death Riders, which is likely not going to happen until after the C2. Storm confronting Mox and Marina was a fun surprise after Storm and Mina versus Marina and Megan is going to be a great spectacle next week. So yeah, it gets a 7 out of 10 from me. While Darby Allin was medically cleared for this tournament, he looked like he was not up to it physically against Kevin Knight. Next up, the Jet overwhelmed him and picked up a clean victory of the UFO. While both matches could arguably be called better technically, this felt like the most important match of night one. Knight didn't just defeat Allin, he pinned him clean in the ring after taking his finisher. It made him look like a massive deal coming into it as an underdog. The Daredevil's one of AEW's biggest stars, and this is a major seal of approval for one who's been talked about as a future star. The future could be now if Knight can keep delivering in the ring and pull off just a few more upsets. His odds seem low given his competition, but the C2 can deliver some real shockers at times, so who knows. But yeah, I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. Great stuff. And in our main event, it was the Blue League, Castagnoli v Cassidy. Cassidy brought his absolute best to the fight with Claudio, but the Swiss Superman continued to be a tough fight for Freshly Squeezed, and Castagnoli sealed the win with a pop-up European uppercut. Afterwards, the Death Riders arrived to attack Cassidy, but the locker room spilled out as various C2 competitors arrived to the brawl. Dorada drove onto everyone while Freshly Squeezed caught Yuta with an orange punch. This continued to showcase the incredible chemistry between these two. It flew by despite going over 12 minutes. The result was unpredictable at this early stage of the tournament, so out of nowhere, the uppercut finish was entirely appropriate. The Swiss Superman may be the right winner of this one, especially as he prepares to take over the Death Riders. So yeah, he should be nearly unstoppable. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where it all goes with Cassidy as well. So yeah, gets a 6 out of 10 from me. And overall, Dynamite this week gets an 8 out of 10 from me. Yeah, I thought this was really good. It flew by, relying heavily on the C2 action. The only in-ring segment was Hangman Page and and Swerve versus the Ops. That was great. Even the women's tag match as well was great. So yeah, just lots of very good stuff throughout this show, and gets an 8 out of 10 from me.
That's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.